That one-way ticket I bought is no joke. I truly believe that the 411 would be made to fly fairly quickly. However, as you saw in the video, not the case. So I had to find a way home, and I thought, hey, this is Jimmy's World. We know some airplane people. Found a way to hitchhike on a ride over here. Let's go out and look at it. See if we can find somebody. Knock, knock. Are you guys headed to Florida? You think I could hitch a ride? You got a ride. And I happen to remember a guy that I had met a few years ago, and he happened to own a private jet. So I thought, what are the odds that he would be out here right now and I'd be able to hitch a ride back with him. Called him up, and sure enough, holy crap, he was there, but he was leaving at 11 o'clock and he was departing out of Van Nuys, which was 2 hours in the other direction across LA where I had to get there. Well, yeah, I was supposed to return the rental car to, where was that, Palm Springs Airport, and I was there and I was like, crap, they don't have another car. I couldn't get another car in a one-way, and I thought, well, screw it. So I just took the car that I had already rented and drove the two and a half hours all the way across LA to get to Van Nuys to meet him. And I went to the desk and I said, hey, do you guys return, Hertz rental cars? And they're like, yep. And I'm like, great, because I got one for you. I made it there just as they were getting on the plane to take off and to fly off. So it was, man, you talk about holding it to the last minute to get there. I didn't have any of this on video because I was literally rushing and running trying to make it there on time. But hey, I got the bill. Turns out it costs an extra $120 when you don't return the rental car to the right place. Yes, we said clear prop when starting it.
Alright, toga is set for takeoff. Flight guidance panel is checked. Heading and nav available. High speed abort procedure is brakes power. Speed brakes extended.
Citation 3 Charlie Sierra running 16 right full length, lap away, traffic 6 mile final Gulfstream.
Alright, line up and wait, 16 right, 3 Charlie Sierra. Alright, line up and wait, we got lights.
Citation 3 Charlie Sierra, wind 150 at 5, runway 16 right full length, clear for takeoff.
Left takeoff 16 right on the roll, 3 Charlie Sierra.
Alright, 3 Sierra Juliet, runway 16 right, clear land, wind 140 at 5.
Airspeed alive.
Left land 16 3 Sierra Juliet. Cherokee 274, number 2, following the Gulfstream, mile and a half final, runway 16 right, clear to land, caution wait trip.
V1. Rotate.
16 right, clear to land, 274, we have departing, citation inside.
Grace, gears coming up.
3 Sierra Juliet, stay parking. Signature west 3 Sierra Juliet.
And autopilot flaps, 400 feet. Tower 423 Charlie Sierra, visual 8 right.
Number 423 Charlie Sierra, pass hotel, runway 8 right, clear to land, wind departure off runway 4, departure of your arrival, envoy, pushing the Embraer,
altitude.
northeastbound.
Alright, clear to land 8 right, 3 Charlie Sierra, thanks.
His private jet is a Citation 3, I think. Don't kill me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it was a Citation 3. Fantastic. We flew at 45,000 feet, booked it across. We were gonna stop in somewhere a little further. However, there was some weather and we didn't want to have to go into the weather to land and then try to climb back through all the turbulence and that kind of thing. So we landed in El Paso, and it was the first time he had ever landed in El Paso. The FBO was super nice. It was brand new, and yeah, I learned real quickly when you show up in a private jet, they literally roll out the red carpet. It's fantastic. How awesome is this? It's a private jet, and it's a nice one. It's not like my $1 private jet. No. This is the real deal. Check that. What's that flex thing these kids talk about? This is pretty legit. Let's go check it out. Now we got seats. Ow. That's if you've been bad, you gotta sit on that seat. And if things get really bad, we got that seat that comes out. Get out of here quick, door. Huh? Check that out. Let's go up here and touch the buttons. That you go fast. Let your wheels go up and down. And your flap. See, even on these jets. Look at this. It looks like a flap. And that looks like a wheel. That's how you know how to do it. Now you can fly a jet. Wonder how many BTUs that's got. All of them. So what you do is you take all of your money and you put it right here, and it goes this way inside there. Your money goes in there and it gets converted to noise right here. And that's where it comes out in the form of noise at 500 miles an hour. He invited me to sit up front. Frankly, I would have been bored in the back. I would have rather, and I was very thankful that I got to sit up front with him and fly right seat the whole time. As I was looking at all the screens and how the start sequence and how everything operates, I realized there's really no difference in this than there is even a little Cessna 150 with, I mean, yes, there's some differences and there's a lot more dials and buttons, but you know, at the end of the day, it's an engine that produces thrust to push the airplane forward, and then you have a yoke, and the controls operate the same way. So you pull back to go up, you push forward to go down, you use your rudder on the ground when you're steering it for the, you know, steering it and that kind of thing. It has two engines, so you use those a little bit differently, but at the end of the day, it was honestly a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I did like the screens as we're looking at them, how it can show you the runway, and then it shows like landing and taking off and all the little white lines on the runway. That, okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty sick. I think we might be able to get the exact same thing in Cameron, the Lance Air. How freaking awesome would that be? That would be super sick.
November 3, Charlie Sierra, climb unrestricted, maintain 17,000.
Unrestricted 17,000, 3 Charlie Sierra. I gotta tell you, that was the nicest FBO I've been to, I think, ever.
That was a very nice FBO. The brand new shiny one.
Ah.
Citation 3, Charlie Sierra, contact Albuquerque Center 120.97.
29 Charlie Sierra. All right, all yours.
Level 245, present heading, vector for the big approach. Level 24, present heading.
To who?
Albuquerque Center. Keep your four fingers here. Your thumb.
Oh, yeah, there
or
you go.
Even right here, or
423 Sierra with you at 11,000, climbing to flight level 170. 33023 Charlie Sierra.
Sierra set. And there's the N number in case you forget it. Oh. It took me the longest time to get this N number down. Probably about 3 months. So to see you going through it, I'm like, man, I remember that.
3 Charlies, because I want to say Sierra Charlie.
I wanted to say 2 Charlie Sierra, Sierra Charlie. Like, I was saying my old one, which is 525 Hotel Alpha, like all over the place.
And I fly a Sierra, so I normally would say Sierra 529 or 8, or 5294. I can't even remember what they are anymore. The weather. There was a spot where there was a pretty nasty weather front that was coming through, and a lot of those were really towering, real nasty storms that had like tornado and hail and all kinds of really, really bad stuff. Like, ironically, it was about Houston when all this crap happened. As we were coming over, I was thinking and remembering what it was like in Cameron underneath that nastiness, and it sucked. I was getting thrown around and tossed around like a little leaf in a tornado. It was no fun whatsoever. We were at 45,000 feet. When I started hearing some of the big airliners coming in and out of, I think it was New Orleans, we were flying over New Orleans, And some of the big airliners were talking about not flying or holding or you know, turbulence and things like that, giving their PIREPs. I was looking and I was like, heck yeah, it is so nice to be up this high, to literally fly over all of that stuff. I don't even think we had any turbulence from it. It was awesome. And yes, this is what it's like flying in the front seat of a private jet. Pretty much like the same as sitting in the back, except you got a lot more buttons to play with up here. It's pretty awesome. I can get used to this. I'm gonna have to practice because with the MiG and everything. Although this is a little higher tech than that MiG fighter jet from 1955. He said it's a 2006, right? Yeah. So, smidge newer. The MiG goes faster. Don't tell him. I learned, as we were talking and chatting back and forth, what struck me as really interesting. And I know, you know, for a second, I'm gonna have to go a little nerd on you. So those people that are not airplane people, you know, go watch some puppies or something like that for just a second. So think about some fuzzy little golden retriever puppies. At the low altitudes, even at 17,000 feet, we were burning 800 or maybe even 1,100 pounds an hour to go like 300 or so knots indicated, where when we got to 45,000 feet, that fuel burn went down to 400 pounds an hour, and we were still doing that same 300 or so, well, like 260 or whatever it was indicated, which is a ground speed of about 400 knots, I think 425 knots. I was shocked at the massive difference in fuel burn when you're up high versus down low. I wouldn't think it would have been that dramatic, but it's huge. So think about it this way. When you're cruising low, it costs you $5,000 an hour just in fuel burn. When you go up high, it's only quote, right? Hashtag private jet life. It's only costing about $500 an hour, maybe. So that's a huge difference in the price. And no wonder we were in such a hurry to get as high as we could and level off. Yeah, it made a big difference. When I got to fly the airplane for a few minutes, it's not on the video, so you know you couldn't see it here. I did get to bring it in on an approach, and it handled and trimmed out exactly like a regular little airplane would. It was amazing. Even the speed difference was, it still felt the same pace as one of the smaller airplanes. I mean, when everything was trimmed out right, your power settings and things like that, because we were just flying it by the numbers, and it was smooth as can be. It was fantastic. Eventually, I'm gonna find me a private jet, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Yeah, I know, that is my personal goal with all of this aviation stuff. Personal, completely selfish goal is to find one of these private jets and to be able to fly it, because then I could check off a huge box in my entire life that says, yep, bam, I made it. It might bankrupt me, but still, I could say at some point in my life, I had a private jet and I flew it somewhere. That is my life goal with all this airplane stuff. I myself am learning every day. I'm running 1,000 miles an hour. I'm taking my multi-engine commercial. I'm doing my single, commercial. We're upgrading Cameron. We are saving the 310. I am taking a trip to California in the middle of June, well, at the end of June, and we've already secured the deal. It's happening. We are saving the 310. And you thought that last video was flippin' epic? This one blows that one out of the water. I actually, spoiler alert, if you've watched this long into the video, you deserve a good spoiler alert. We're doing the same thing. We're buying an airplane, and we're gonna make one airplane out of two airplanes. So Mighty Mouse and this other airplane are gonna come together to be one Super Mouse. Super mighty, super mouse, whatever. Now, I tried to buy this airplane about 2 years ago, and somebody beat me to it. and he ended up doing some stuff to it, and now we are going to take it back and take it across the finish line, and it could only happen with Mighty Mouse. You're not going to want to miss it. I am super stoked about it. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but that's happening, and I cannot wait. Boom. And that's how we roll.
That one?
And they even pull a car right up. That is fantastic. Not a bad way to hitchhike. I can get used to this. Boy, I gotta tell you, my life has changed forever, and not for the better, because once you've flown in a quicker little thing by yourself, and even up front, which was awesome, that is pretty difficult to beat, and this is life goals right here. Life goals. Yes. I don't think I'll notice if I just put it right there. Save the 310.